What's up, beautiful people? Jen here. Today we're doing something a little different. This is a tutorial and it's a request from my Instagram follower, Angel Forever 35. And so yeah, Mary Jean, happy belated birthday. This video is for you, darling. So we are going to recreate a look that I did. I think it was actually in my last video. I think it was when I was telling the story about the snake. But as a refresher, I'll pull it up just so that we're all on the same page. It was this look, kind of a heavy smoky eye with a nude lip. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you there, Mary J, I don't remember what lip color I wore, but don't worry, I brought a big box full of nude lips and by God, we'll find it. Also, I noticed that you asked for the eye look, so I went ahead and I have the rest of my face done, and we're just going to specifically go over the eye look. But real quick, I used all of my usual stuff. I used the Studio AOA Wonder Blur Primer. I used L'Oreal True Match Foundation in the shade C1 Alabaster. I used Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer in Fair. I used LA Girl Concealer in Fair. LA Girl Color Correcting Concealer in Peach for my contour here and a little bit along the nose. I used Pure Bronzer to go over the contour. I used City Color HD powder to set and to kind of cake the hell out of my face because that's just what I do. I used Coty Airspun translucent powder. For blush, I used the Milani baked powder in the color Rose d'Oro. And for my brows, I used the Broadway Brow Kit. All of these products I've mentioned a lot on my Instagram channel, so you'll see them and you'll see lots of examples of how well they work on my channel. Anyway, to get started, to make this look, I used 3 palettes. I used the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette, the color Black Rainbow. I also, for the inner corner, used the Urban Decay Electric palette, the shade Revolt, this really pretty sparkly silver shade. And I also used a little bit from my Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. I used the shade Iced and the shade Platonic. So, let's get started. Now, I have a set few brushes that I kind of use for everything, most of which, oddly enough, I didn't buy in sets. Every single one of these, I believe, with the exception of one, yeah, all of these came in Ipsy bags. This is the, if y'all remember from the first Shop Miss A video, this is the E124 pencil brush. It's become a lifesaver. This is a, what is it, SL Miss Glam? I'm not 100% sure, but it came in an Ipsy bag a while back and has the cute little rhinestones. This is a Glamour Dolls brush that I got in my Ipsy bag, and I have been in love with this bad boy since it arrived. And I do not know how to pronounce this brand. I've only seen it written IBY. Is it Ibby? Is it IB? Is it IBY Beauty? Regardless, their crease brush is amazing. This Elizabeth Mott blending brush is a godsend. This Luxie 207 medium angled shading brush is amazing. And finally, Lab Squared Just Blending In brush for just all over lid blending. These guys are like, they're like my all-star team. They do everything. Now, before we start applying the shadow, of course, we want to use the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Lid Primer. If you'll remember, I covered this in my first My Favorite Things video because it is a holy grail eyelid primer. So I literally coat from the brow all the way down, and then I just kind of use my ring finger and just blend it in lightly. It dries quickly and smoothly and gives you a nice tacky, smooth canvas on which to apply your shadow. So I just hit up both eyes from the brows all the way down to the upper lash line. One more again. Blend that in just so. And because I will be smoking out my under eye lower lash line, I am going to just take the very tip and just run it very gently underneath my lower lash line, just to lay down a little bit of primer, just a little bit. Hey Ray Ray. I don't know if y'all could see the door open in the corner, but Ray's joined us once again. I'm just going to buy him one of those little makeup artist brush belts, and he's just going to be my assistant. Hey baby boy. Mommy's doing a video. What are you doing? You trying to, come on, come through. I don't know what you want in here, but come on. Kids, am I right? All right. I forgot to mention it when I was telling you the colors that I use. I actually did lay down the color China White first. So I take and just before I get started, I have a bad habit of using brushes however they suit me. If it's an eyeliner brush, but I like it as a lip brush, then for me it's a lip brush, and so on and so forth. This is a shading brush, but I really like the coverage that it gives me as far as my brow bone and above my crease. So I often use it for an all-over sweep of color. And so I'm just going to dip into the China White, like so, and just run it all underneath, all the way down to the crease. Literally, I always just say from literally one end of my brow all the way to the other end and all the way down to the crease. Having a viewfinder really helps. I can just look at you guys. I just realized that I don't have to look at the mirror the whole time. So apply and then just kind of blend down once again. Go back in and from inner corner all the way out. Once we have that applied, got a little extra smudgeroonie over there. Alright, I'm going to take the Glamour Dolls brush because it's not quite as fluffy as the Elizabeth Mott or the SL Miss Glam brush. You see how it's a little bit thinner, a little bit tighter. The bristles are a little more, see how soft those bristles are, and then those are a little more densely packed. So when I'm packing on color, I like this one. So we're just going to dip into Black Rainbow. And I just start in the outer corner and I pack it in. Bring it across. And then I do it on the other side. And there's a method to this. I know some of y'all are gasping like, what is she doing? This is solely for application purposes, and you're going to see the method to my madness here shortly. Once I kind of fill in where I know I want the color to go a little bit higher up because I want to really smoke out the area in and above my crease. And I always do keep a little brush on hand solely for the purpose of dusting away shadow fallout. I know a lot of people will do their eye makeup first and then do their foundation. I don't know why I should do that, but I don't. I don't know. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. After that, I take the SL Miss Glam brush that's got a little more give to it, and again into the black rainbow. Pat color in, and then just blend and blend. Ray, what is it, sweetheart? You have eaten, you have been walked, and Mommy is really trying to make a video on the internet, and you're kind of being a pain in the butt. Yeah, you sure are. We want to pack in a little more color and blend. And it's starting to blend out nicely. Add a little more in the crease. I go all in with this, as y'all can see. Like, you can't go wrong just going completely apeshit with some black shadow. And pack on just a little bit more of the black rainbow. Now that we have pretty heavy saturated color on the upper lash line, I don't have any follow because it's Jeffree Star and his makeup is amazing, but I always like to consistently kind of dust the tops of my cheekbones just in case. Now, I am going to take that Studio A1A E124 pencil brush, and I'm just going to very lightly just get just a little bit of color on the tip of that brush, because I just want to very lightly run it underneath my lower lash line. I know this is a packer brush, but for detail, you can't beat it. And from the inside out. I'll do the same thing, of course, on the other side. Now, once that color is applied, I take the IBY, whatever, brush, and I get just the tiniest little extra bit of color on there so that I can smoke that out. You just want to kind of run it lightly back and forth just to kind of smoke it out so that the line is not so harsh and you have a nice smooth flow of color. Now, got a little smudge there. Poo. We'll fix that. Now, we're done with this for now. We go to the full spectrum palette. And again, we're going to dip into the color Platonic. It's a black with like a silver glitter finish to it. A matte black will do. I just happen to like the sparkly black shadows. So I'm just going to dip into that a little bit. And I'm using the IBY, whatever the F. And I'm just going to put that in my crease. Just to kind of add a little bit of definition where I had blended out the black rainbow color. And then take it and of course to the other crease just to kind of darken that up. just to add a little extra drama. Welcome back, Ray Ray. And of course, just going to blend in and fill in a little on the bottom there. Because why not, right? Go big or go home. I look like a raccoon. Alright. Once we have done that, we're going to take the Lab Squared Just Blending In brush. And we just want to kind of go over everything. We want the blending to be as smooth as possible. I did not use a transition color with this on purpose. I wanted it to be dramatic. I didn't want there to be transition between the China White and the black. I wanted it to be stark. I was really going for the 1960s mod look. I've always been in love with the look of a black shadow and very, very, very pale nude lips. So that's really what I was going for here. Now, once that's been blended out, and of course just because I have to, and I know y'all probably do too, take a little blending brush and just kind of run it across the bottom just to make sure it's kind of smoked out and we're even. Now it's time to rock these inner corners. I toyed with a lot of these colors because my first thought was, what if I just put the hot pink in there? But I was afraid it wouldn't show up as I wanted it to. So I said I'm just going to stick to classic mod themes. So we're going to go with the color Revolt from the Urban Decay Electric palette. And for that, I'm going back to my Glamour Dolls brush, the little blue handled one that I first started with. Clean it up. Of course, we're going to dip back in. And start at the inner corner, just patting it down, getting very good color saturation. You just want to pat it down so that you have very, very solid, defined color, because the matte black shadows did have glitter, or do have glitter in them, but there's definitely a stark contrast in finishes between the Revolt and then the black shadows, which is what we want. Same on the other side. Make sure we have serious ass color concentration. Now, we have that. We also have a little bit of fallout. There we go. Now, I do like to, excuse me, I do like to load up on sparkle. Y'all know this. I've always called myself the commander of the sparkle army. That's never going to change. So we're going to dip into the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette, into the color Iced and Bump. Wonder why they call the matte white color Bump. Moving on. Let's load that bad boy up. Now this is also a metallic silver, but it is a little lighter in color and more gray than silver. So it's just going to add a little sparkle and a little sheen to the Revolt from the Electric palette. You just want to kind of pack that in, and I keep that specifically in the inner corner on both sides. You just want that brightest pop of sparkle and concentration right there at the inner lid. Now, we will take our Elizabeth Mott blending brush. And we're just going to kind of blend and make sure that we have clean flow from our inner corner all the way in. Once we have that, I take my Starlooks retractable eyeliner in black, of course hit up my waterline, and because this is such an intense, heavy look, I'm not wild about doing a heavy winged out liner for it. I feel like that's overkill. So I'm just going to take my Tarte Precision Longwear liner, and really all I do is just run along my lash line. Just enough so that we've got a nice, simple, smooth line. Nothing exorbitant, nothing crazy. Now, if you want to do a winged liner with it, by all means, rock and roll. But I just like to keep a real simple black line above each lash line. Like so. Now, in the previous look, I did have on false lashes. They were Ardell lashes. In this, I'm just going to use a regular mascara. Damn it. Alright, we're back. Sorry. I literally double checked, triple checked, quadruple checked a million bajillion cajillion times and still managed to forget the bag that had my mascara in it. So, the mascara I'm going to use for the time being, because it just popped up first, is It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. It's a favorite of mine, and this is my little travel size that I keep on the road with me. I love the brush. I love everything about this mascara. So, and with a look like this, you can just go nuts with the mascara. Seriously. As many coats as you want to add. Sometimes I'll even do like a base coat of one mascara, and then seriously, I'll go over it with another. Sometimes I'll do one mascara for my top lashes and then another one for my bottom lashes. I really like the combination of Maybelline, the Falsies Volume for my tops, and Wet n Wild Mega Wear for my bottom lashes. I don't have it with me right now, but I also like the Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara. I also use the Pure Lifted Mascara, and I absolutely adore Wet n Wild Lash Renegade Mascara. Y'all know I have been raving about it online for probably like the last 6 months. It's such a great mascara. It retails between $5 and $6. It has a great, innovative styled brush, and the formula is so creamy and amazing. I love it. But we're going to use, for our second coat, the Falsies Volume Express from Maybelline. And we're going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Wear Mascara on the bottom lashes. I know it sounds crazy, but this is a slightly lighter color. It's a black brown as opposed to a blackest black or a carbon black. And in pictures, particularly black and white pictures, black mascara can sometimes wash you out, especially if you're cool toned and fair skinned like I am. So I tend to be mindful of the shade of mascara I have on my top and my bottom lashes for that reason specifically. So we'll put these babies up on the bottom with this lovely little Wet n Wild number right here. All right. And because it takes me forever to get falsies on and cut and trimmed, we're going to skip that step tonight. You know how to do that. You don't need me to show you how to do that. But in a nutshell, that's the look. There you go. That's the look I created the other day. And just to top it off, let's find us a nice nude lip to wear with it. What should we wear with it? Let me pull out some options here. Let's see. We've got Jeffree Star, I'm Nude. We've got Jeffree Star Celebrity Skin, Jeffree Star 714, Jeffree Star Nude Beach, Jeffree Star Scorpio, that's a little dark. I'm really wanting a mod color. Let's see. Have anything more pale? We do have Jeffree Star Daddy as an option. We also have two metallic shades over here from ColourPop. I'm thinking those are going to be a little dark. We have Maneater and Treat Wave. I've also got Delicious from the Star Family Collection. I am thinking, though, I want to do something very mod-ish. So, for the sake of doing the mod look, I think we're going to roll with the Jeffree Star I'm Nude. Let's see how that turns out. Oh, I like that. Yes, bitch. That's exactly what I wanted. Let that dry down for a few seconds. And we might as well top it off with a highlighter, right? Of course. I have raved about this little indie brand for quite a while, and I do have a review of it coming up. But I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. This is the Redeemed highlighter from Makeup Queen Cosmetics. These are beautiful, and they retail for $15. Let me just swatch it for you. Oh, hello. Yeah, okay. So, let's take my new favorite highlighting brush, the AOA Studio F19. And we are just going to go in. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. Lord have mercy. Seriously, you guys, Makeup Queen Cosmetics is no joke. Look at that. You cannot beat that. And there you go. My color look from the There's a Snake in My House video. Thank you so much for the request. I hope this helped. I hope this showed you how I did. I have a hair in my eyeball. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. And I know this was incredibly long. So for anyone of you who sat through it, God bless you. Thank you. I love you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow my social media. I'm very active on Instagram. I love to engage and interact with you guys. Follow me on Snapchat. Hang out with me. I promise. I'm a blasty blast. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great night, day, week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Make sure you keep up with me on Instagram daily. I'm giving you all of the news, dupes, and scoops that you could possibly need. And every Sunday I do my Swatch Sunday feature where I share with you swatches of a product that I either just got or maybe it's a favorite of mine that I just think you should know about. And of course every Monday I do memes on Monday. Sometimes they're makeup related, sometimes they're just ridiculous. Either way, join me, hang out with me. I promise it'll be a good time. Until next time though, I love you guys. Stay beautiful. See you soon.